there was a town where everything was covered with advertisements, from the lowest dirt to the highest tree. It had been this way for a very, very, very long time, although nobody quite knew when it had begun. It used to only be fancy billboards and posters on buildings, but then the leaves became covered with coupons. The grass was painted with barcodes, and the flowers had links on each petal. It had been thought that there was not one more inch for marketing in this tiny town, but then came the realization from the very, very, very big business that the reflection from the town's only lake could also be used for a giant advertisement. The people of the town started to yell at one another because nobody could decide who the rightful owner of this new discovery was. The very, very, very big business thought that they should be the owner, for they had discovered the reflection. But the fishermen thought that they should own the reflection, for it was only natural since they were there every day. Of course, the neighbors thought that they should own the water due to property lines that had been established long, long ago. The fighting went on for a very long time, for nobody could decide. So, in the late afternoon, the neighbors sneakily placed their advertisement on the reflection, thinking no one would be around to tell them yes or no. They went to bed just as the fishermen casted their advertisement onto the reflection as well. But it was dark, and they could not see that the neighbors had already been there. The fishermen snuck away, thinking they had gotten away with it. But then came the very, very, very big business, and they had flashlights. So they could see what the fishermen hadn't. The big business destroyed the advertisements from the neighbors and from the fishermen. And they casted their own very big advertisement onto the lake's surface. They snuck away, giggling to themselves at the thought that the others had even tried. The next morning, the sun rose to reveal the very, very, very big advertisement covering the entire surface of the water. The fishermen were sad, and the neighbors too. But just then, a very, 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 very big turtle's nose erupted from beneath the surface of the lake, making a ripple in the big advertisement. And along with the turtle came hundreds of fish jumping from the lake, so that the text became blurred and skewed. But the people of the town heard something else. Birds and squirrels and deer and hundreds of forest critters alike began to rip down the advertisements of the town, leaf by leaf, blade by blade, petal by petal, so that the beautiful town was unveiled before all of the townspeople watching outside. All of the colors of their natural world shone brightly before them. The town had been covered for so long that the people had never seen the nature that they had lived in. And they all understood that they would live this way from now on.